Hi, Davi here, and today we have a new episode in the Art Review series, and today we'll be checking out the work of, let me just scroll up, scroll, Louis LaRosa. So, found this guy recently on my feed, but I've actually seen this guy's work. Let me show you, like this post or page. I've seen this constantly like repinned on Pinterest, and I'm actually kind of confused because I do see a pencil, right? But there's a brush as well. So, like if you're seeing this for the first time, you might assume, oh, maybe they're sketching in pencil first and then they're rendering with like watercolor or some kind of ink. It's kind of hard to say, but it kind of has a little bit of everything. It has a very like, I can see some marks where it's pretty much close to black, but there's a whole lot of like grayscale values in between as well, and even some whites maybe for the highlights. So, but yeah, just focusing on this page or this specific like shot, look at the amount of detail of this like T-Rex. By the way, a huge fan of dinosaurs, so I do have a soft spot for it. Oh, by the way, one of you mentioned, you corrected me in the video. It wasn't a Triceratops, it was a different kind of dinosaur. I have yet to correct that as of this recording, but I have seen your comments, so there you go. But anyway, let's go back to the feed. Oh, this may be the full version. Let me just see this. So they do have a Kickstarter, I guess. Look at that. Pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty detailed. Let me just try zooming in this way. We can't zoom in. Anyway, it still looks cool, right? So it's one Triceratops against two T-Rexes. Pretty cool. Even the sky, it's kind of cloudy, you can tell. We do see one of those big birds. I forgot the name. It's not pterodactyl. Oh, I'm not gonna try. But the point is, I'm very interested in their technique. Like, how do they render these types of things? So they do comics. That's Wolverine and Deadpool. So I'm guessing they did a cover, right? I'm not sure if they did the colors as well, because they do have this thing. Wait, let me just see. It's a black and white drawing for Mondo News. Okay, all analog as always. Pencil, micron pens, ink wash, and white paint. On Eon Perez's always excellent board. Have a great weekend, everyone. Is that a brand? Wait, let me pause. I'm back. So there are art products, so there you go. But yeah, I want to see the black and whites just because I just like it the most. Look at that. So yeah, it's an inked. There are some inks, there are some pencils, and there are some like, it's not watercolor but ink wash kind of effect. This thing Kim Jung-gi, right? In a way, it's kind of a mixed media piece as well, right? I guess this is their Kickstarter book, carbon based. Oh, I like this one. Look at that. Oh. Nice abs. So she's right. She looks kind of like Tomb Raider to me, riding a raptor, some kind of. I mean, look at the anatomy of this guy. It's so like realistic. Pretty cool. Dinosaur. I mean, even the insides of that mouth. Oh, look, kind of. It's giving a little. Anyway. It kind of looks like a snake, right? The insides of their mouths. And interesting, if you look at the teeth, they're not on the outside. If you watch like King Kong, I believe the 2003 version where they were on this island and King Kong was fighting like three T-Rexes, their teeth were on the outside, right? But apparently T-Rex, these creatures, they have like lips essentially where their teeth are sort of tucked in and inside. So that's pretty cool. Because I think even in Jurassic Park, you had some of her teeth on the outside, kind of protruding out. So, yeah. The face of this chick kind of reminds me of some of the drawings of Adam Hughes. Let me just write their name down. Adam Hughes is also a comic guy. Adam Hughes, artist. So, pretty cool. Even without the colors, to me, it's just fantastic. And you can see this wide range of values. Some blacks here, maybe some highlights here for the feathers, and all sorts of grays in between. And just the anatomy just looks, it's less stylized. I mean, obviously there's going to be some form of stylization, but it's definitely more, or leaning more on the realistic side. Are they using markers for this guy? I mean, even for this thing. I'm guessing brush with ink for the wash, but this one seems like it was rendered with Copic markers or some kind of alcohol-based marker. This is more of a comic panel. Sometimes whenever I see pages like these, it can be confusing sometimes. Just because like each page, oftentimes it's like packed with a lot of information, so maybe it would be or do better with color because you can like set things back or bring things forward. Look at that. Oh, it's the Triceratops. There it is. Look at that go. I mean, look at the amount of detail on this guy. Pretty cool. It reminds me of another comic. I forgot who the the author or writer is, or artist as well, but there's a comic, I believe the name is Aliens versus Dinosaurs, or Dinosaurs versus Aliens, something like that, where the dinosaurs wore sort of design or like headgear. I've only seen like a few pages of it, but the concept of it was so freaking cool. And the drawings and the artwork was just compelling. And I remember seeing again a few pages of it, but I was able to like follow through. And to me, it felt like it worked. So I'm gonna have to, you know what, let me write it down. Aliens versus Dinosaurs. It kind of reminds me of Aliens versus Predators. Or Predator. Dinosaur. Which, by the way, part 1, AVP part 1. One of my favorite movies of all time. Alien versus Predator. Or is it Aliens versus Predators? Not sure, but damn, they're shooting at the dinosaur. Look at oh wow. And some rap. Oh my god, there's a guy being eaten in the back. Oh, it's over. Right. Being eaten as well with this guy. The birds are eating people as well. So definitely a war zone, but you know, I wish there were more dinosaur movies, right? Like beyond just Jurassic Park, because it's such a cool. I mean, I know there are like B or C, D rated movies. I'm referring to like a legit, real, you know, with money, actual money, big money backing it. But there you go. Wait, is this Mortal Kombat? I guess it is. I'm I'm thinking of another artist to kind of draw this way in grayscale. Alex something. I need to find that name. Alex question mark. Okay, there you go. Look at that. I mean, imagine doing this kind of detail per page. I mean, it would seem like a lot of work. I mean, you can tell there's a bit of a... They're kind of toning down the details a bit, but it still seems like a lot to me. I want to focus on this guy. Parasaurolophus. Apparently, this dinosaur, if I'm not wrong, is the only dinosaur that scientists or the expert people or the dino people, like they know how it sounds like, because if you blow air onto this like horned thing in their back or on top of their head, like it does make a sound. So they have like a rough understanding of how they would make these types of, or how they would make their own sounds. But it's still different. I want to be able to see one in real life, right? I mean, the scales, I mean, the wrinkles, it's a lot. It's a lot of work. This could be like a cover, my guess, right? Because for this amount of detail per page, I just think it's too much. I mean, look at this guy. A lot of hatching for this one. Cool. Okay, so this is the guy, Lewis, and their artworks everywhere. Oh, I do see Transformers. More dinosaur stuff. I'm really into like the dinosaurs. Well, I do like Transformers as well. I haven't really watched the cartoons, but 2007 Transformers, you know, with Shia LaBeouf, Megan Fox, Linkin Park. Those were the days, right? And I believe in that year we also had like Iron Man or something, and Thor. Like it was like a beginning of an era. Or, well, I've seen the things have been not downgrading, but there was something special about that time, right? But people say the only way, or the only reason why people say that is oftentimes it's because that's your youth. So I kind of get why I would say that. It's because I was only young. So, but I mean, that's true. But also there's just something about those films that just, they were different, right? It felt more amazing. Look at this guy. Fighting like a larger beast or dragon. Look at, oh my, oh. Look at how large they are compared to the these like city buildings. Immense. Yeah, I am skipping mostly the colored versions only because I'm very into the grayscale stuff. Okay, kind of creepy, but so we're gonna skip. Oh, what is this? Looks interesting. Cyberzoic. A dinosaur toy line. Cool. Wow. Transformers. I'm guessing these are Decepticons. Even like the explosions in the back. Traditionally done. Pretty cool. Oh, kind of reminds me of... The guy's name is Warrick Wong, a little bit. Warrick. Because he also has some traditional works as well. Warrick Wong. And it tends to do this where he'll have some black inks, right? Some inked parts. But he will also use a lot of like washes to like grayscale washes. Look at that. Oh yeah, I think he also had a piece, a Transformers piece. Wait, let me just pause the video so I can find it. Hi, I'm back. So I found Warrick Wong's page here on Instagram as well. So let me just show you a few posts I found. This one is kind of a recent one, which I haven't seen before, but clearly Transformers. It's Optimus Prime. It has that. I mean, just look at the grayscale version. I do. He does color it in Photoshop. But this whole thing was done traditionally, so that's pretty cool. So let me go here. He also has a couple of Gundam. I mean, this piece, I think one of my favorites of his. And that mix of the traditional look with that kind of digital coloring, it's good. It looks nice. Even the smoke, pretty cool. Right. Is it Zaku or Zagu? Zaku something? Art job. Evangelion. I mean, look at the again. They're using an ink pocket brush pen, and then some more watercolor washes in gray. Right, look at that. I think that's a Kuretake water brush, something. So, yeah. Pretty cool. So the grayscale version of that red mecha. One of my most detailed ink drawings. Pretty cool, not bad. So check Warrick Wong out as well. So now you can see him like color. Oh wow, I think his signature or something is marked. But yeah, they kind of have a similar look, right? A bit. Look at this guy. Oh wow. Okay, now for the coloring, I do like it. I'm guessing it's because it's not too crazy. Like it's all kind of in the same area, or it's analogous. I think that's the proper term. Because for the other stuff, sometimes when I see too many hues, it kind of confuses me. Like I kind of get a bit of a headache. Wow, sensitive much. My bad. Oh, I mean, look at these panels. Oh no, they got the duck Saurus because it kind of looks like a duck. Oh no. Life, you know, it just happens. Like something has to be eaten eventually, right? So dark. Imagine being food. That's so scary, right? And look at how, for example, these legs of this dinosaur, look at how they're way darker than the characters and the foliage, trees that's behind it. So it just makes things easier to read when you have like a nice range of values. Oftentimes the things closest to you, they tend to be darker, and the further they are away from you, the lighter they will be. Where you go? Where you go? You know, when it comes to the lettering or these like air bubbles or text bubbles, like do they plan it or did they just do that after? Like, do they consider it as part of the composition? I don't know. I don't think so. I think they think about the artwork first without the text bubbles, and then they add it after. I don't know. Look at this guy. Some designs, some poses, right? So bulky. Man, this guy's huge. That's what she said. I'm kidding. Yeah. Even the buildings look pretty cool. Look at that. Freaking god. Like it looks reptilian, but at the same time like a dinosaur as well. Like an ancient being. Look at that. Ooh, scary. Look at that. And even, yeah, their anatomy for the humans, for the beasts or creatures or dinosaurs, it leans heavily or way more realistic, proportion wise. Yeah. Because I think sequential art is a bit different because it just takes a lot more work than one painting, you know? Like the storytelling, the planning of the, like, what are you gonna show for that specific panel that makes sense, right? So you're kind of a director as well because you have to plan the shots and then you also have to actually draw it and render it even. So it just takes a lot of work. Look at that, pretty cool. It looks like it's made of bone. Like it's somewhat skeletal in a way. The forms look pretty cool too, you know. Ooh. Right, that combination of inks and that grayscale rendering underneath that. Oh, there you go. Oh yeah, so they're attacking the city, the big guy anyway. This is the grayscale version. Look at that. Oh, look, oh. Crazy. Okay. Because believability, I think, is it helps, right? I mean, you have more stylized sort of, you know, like in manga or in other kinds of comics, right? It's not bad, but when you see stuff like this in like detail, there's a level of believability. Oh my god, that's just, it's unmatched. Like it reminds me of the book Dinotopia. Let me just write it down. Dinotopia by James Gurney. I think it's Dinotopia. I've only seen a few pages, right? I don't actually read stuff, so but if you're a reader, right? If you like artwork too, check out Dinotopia by James Gurney. Because they also have like dinosaurs and stuff like that, and he paints them, obviously, the illustrations. Like even the landscape is believable, you know. The close up of this dinosaur, it just seems so like cinematic as well. You know, right now I'm reminded of that scene in Jurassic Park. I forgot which part where they were trying to escape the island because the volcano was sort of erupting and they left the Brachiosaurus or something. I remember crying in that scene. Like my heart just dropped. Like what the fuck? Like oh wow. I just felt so sad. Right? I didn't cry in any of the Jurassic Park 1, 2, 3. And even in the Jurassic World, I didn't really cry. But for that scene, I was like, oh my god. There's also another scene in the new Jurassic Park, or is it Jurassic Park? Like the new one that's out. I forgot what they were called, but they're kind of in the same family as the Brachiosaurus. They're kind of like long-necked dinosaurs. But these ones have like a really like whip-like tail where it's very fine, and they have like spikes on their back. That scene where they were just kind of cuddling, and It wasn't. I didn't cry, but it just felt like so sweet, and it's kind of like seeing modern day lions sort of cuddle. It just seems so cool and nice. Okay, why are these creatures what's going on here? Did the tree land on this guy? Oh, it's dead. What happened? Did something fall? I'm guessing it's a tree. And they left it behind. Damn. Brutal. This guy kind of looks a little creepy for some reason. Like mischievous, right? Kind of very goblin-like. Damn, this guy saw it coming too. I mean, look at the focus on the eye, and you can see in the reflection. That tree was like there was no escaping this guy. Yeah. But what threw the freaking thing? That's kind of my issue here. Another dinosaur? I'm trying to figure it out. Now I'm kind of invested. I also watched like a movie, Walking with the Dinosaurs. I liked the movie too. And before that, I think it's by Disney, Dinosaur. You know, where you had like Aladar, the main. I think it's an iguanodon, right? And that super pretty dinosaur. I think her name is like Kira or Nira something. I mean, for a reptilian, for a dinosaur, is kind of hot. Wood. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, look at this freaking weird bug. It's like a reptilian bug thing that's being ridden by a guy. Oh, look at those abs. Freaking cool. So ripped. And the skulls, I mean, that's so freaking crazy. Look at those. Damn. But again, look at the wide range of values. All the way from white to black. A good mix. I think Adam Hughes does the same thing, or does a similar thing. Although he's more copying markers, it's kind of his favorite rendering set of tools. Look at that. For fun. What's going on here? Kind of creepy. Looks some. It's like a cave troll or something. So it's Batman, I guess, versus a T-Rex. Who would win? But even like the anatomy of the T-Rex here, like the way the muscles in their arms, in their legs, it just seems very like real. Like it's based on realism, you know? Them dino heads. Allosaurus? My guess. Something like that. And of course, Transformers. Transformers, more than meets the eye. You are more than meets the eye. I'm trying to do the Optimus Prime voice, but oh my god, what is this? Medusa, maybe? Look at that. Oh. Crazy. Yeah, anyway, that's it for this art review of Louis LaRosa. Beautiful artwork. And And yeah, check out his work. I'm gonna link this page in the description below. Let me look at this guy. Yeah, I think we've seen this already, but she's hot. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.